Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McAdie's Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. Did you know that there was once an NFL-themed superhero? Through what could be only a product of the 1990s, the NFL and Marvel Comics once partnered together to combine the unlikely combo of comics and football into the most 90s thing ever, NFL Superpro. This story focuses on a man named Phil Grayfield, who was once an NFL player. Just like poor Harambe, his career was soon ended when he went to save a falling child and suffered a horrific knee injury. The tale then goes completely off the rails when he interviews a superfan, who also ends up being a scientist, who also just so happened to create an indestructible football uniform that cost $5 million to make. Honestly, still not as much as the dude who sold the sand, where Tom Brady announced his second retirement. Just when you thought a crazy NFL simp scientist could not get weird enough, thieves then burst into the guy's house and steal all the NFL gear, but somehow not the $1 million super football suit, and then legit set the place on fire. Tied up amidst the blaze, this dude then somehow spills over some weird chemicals from the simp scientist, which somehow give him near invincible superpowers, where he then jacks the guy's supersuit and dubs himself Superpro. He then proceeds to go and fight crime against the mob, who steals and kills people for rare NFL valuable gear, and even comes into alliances with heroes like Spider-Man and Captain America. You know what? Honestly, with how stressful things are in the world these days, maybe all we need is a jacked, roided up football player who recovers lost t-shirts and beats up the mob. Honestly, man, the 90s, they were something else. The only thing that would make this better is if Superpro is the main villain in Morbius 2 and says it's NFL Superpro in time. Believe it or not, this comic ran for 12 whole issues, where it was soon cancelled for being terrible, and honestly a little racist, with issue 6 for the comic being pulled for a backwards and stereotypical take on Native Americans. Critics warmly praised NFL Superpro as one of the worst Marvel comics to ever exist. When confronted about this bizarre concept for such a story, Marvel writer Fabian Nicieza straight up said that he made it to get free NFL tickets. Honestly, aside from the racism stuff, of course, that's pretty based. Beyond this bizarre 12-issue series, poor NFL Superpro was never seen again in any comic series. He was briefly mentioned in an issue of Marvel Team Up, where Stiltman claims to have beaten him up and that he looked absolutely ridiculous. Man, if Marvel has you beaten up by Stiltman, there's honestly no coming back from that. Kevin Spacey has a better chance in being in movies again than NFL Superpro has in being a comic. And that is a brief history on the weird life of NFL Superpro. While the lines between sports fans and comic fans have somewhat closed in modern times, the gap was much bigger in the 90s, so to even think of trying to appeal to comic book fans and football fans with this weird muscle man hybrid is truly a mystery. I personally love the absurdity of this character and think that it could really be played up today if they have someone like James Gunn do a rated R Peacemaker style series about this washed up football player superhero wannabe trying to make a place in the world. More than anything, I would love to know what you think. Did you know this about NFL Superpro? I'm sure there's some wild fact about him I missed, so if there's something you know that I don't, please let me know in the comments below. Also be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the music in this video, the intro and outro were made by my boy Agnes. You can check out his Spotify in the link below. You can also check out our new merch store, also in the link below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.